If he could help his people, he should be able to help me too. Lady R is the name, and I finally met the people I have heard about. After that night, I realized that I looked forward to speaking to this God more than my private sessions. A favorite client of mine, Merchant B, noticed how I had been avoiding him and he wanted to know why. I told him it was the time of the month, which meant that I will not be available. He wasn't having it. He accused me of leaving him for a new client who paid more than he did. I dismissed this accusation, telling him to reschedule. He insisted on a private session with me that night. I told him it wasn't possible, but he wouldn't listen. He pulled me forcefully. Just then, a gentleman walks into the room, telling Merchant B to leave me alone. Merchant B turned to him angrily, telling him to leave us alone. The gentleman calmly spoke to Merchant B a second time, telling him to leave me alone. As Merchant B let go of my hand roughly in an attempt to hit him, this gentleman held his hand and punched him in the face. The punch sent Merchant B to the floor with a bleeding nose. Merchant B groaned, stood up weakly, and rolled his eyes and left. I was still shaking, but the gentleman apologized to me, asking if I was okay. I told him I'll be fine. There was something about him and his friend that made me suspicious. He requested for a room for the night, but I instinctively suggested that they stayed at the penthouse. By morning, the king sent for me, asking me to bring the men that lodged in the previous night because they were spies from Israel. I explained to the king that I did not know who these men were, but they had left the hotel at the early hours of the morning. I suggested that the king's men go after them before they go far. I left the palace, ensuring I wasn't followed, and went back to the penthouse. I told the gentlemen how their stories have made the people of JCT afraid of them. I requested that they swear an oath to me to save my family and I when they come to destroy JCT. Till I come your way tomorrow, Lady R is the name. Love, light, and laughter.